Welcome back to Strangest Planets. After their narrow escape from the exploding planet of the Hoppers, Sibyl and Steve emerge from the wormhole near a breathtaking world encircled by hundreds of shimmering moons. This is planet Muna, a lush, mysterious planet bathed in the soft glow of its 1,000 moons. From orbit, it looks like a jewel wrapped in emerald jungles, golden grasslands, and scattered acacia-like trees under a sky that never truly goes dark. The multiple moons create ever-shifting tides of light, painting the landscape in hues of silver, rose, and deep violet. It is one of the most visually stunning planets they have ever visited. They land in a dense jungle clearing to gather samples. The air is thick with the scent of exotic flowers and damp earth. Towering trees with broad, false banana-like leaves stretch toward the sky, their canopies alive with rustling sounds. Strange calls echo through the branches, some melodic, others sharp and warning. But beauty here comes with risk. Soon after stepping out, Steve begins feeling strange. At first, it's just fatigue, then dizziness, followed by fever and disorientation. He has contracted a severe case of munacy, a local planetary illness caused by microscopic spores released by the jungle vegetation under the intense moonlight. His nanosuit struggles to fight it off. His vision blurs, and he grows weaker with every step. As they search for shelter, a young man named Yompan descends silently from the trees. Tall, with reddish skin and long, dark hair, wearing little more than shorts, Yompan is one of the Aymara, the tree people of Muna. At first cautious of the unclean spirits from another world, he softens when he sees Steve's worsening condition. Yompan explains that munacy is common among outsiders and potentially fatal if untreated. The only reliable cure is fresh milk from the giant elk, massive, graceful mammals that roam the grasslands. Without hesitation, Yompan agrees to guide them. They begin a long journey under the 1,000 moons of Muna. The planet's environment is as unpredictable as it is beautiful. Rain falls in strange, localized patches, sometimes pouring on one side of a tree while the other stays bone dry. The grasslands stretch endlessly, dotted with acacia trees and tall golden grass that sometimes reaches shoulder height. At night, the multiple moons create an ethereal silver glow, turning the landscape into a living dream. Yompan leads them first to his aerial village, a stunning community of tree houses built high among the branches using wood, bark, and palm thatch. Some homes sit so high they sway gently with the wind. The Aymara people live lightly on the land, moving through the canopy with incredible agility, using ropes and natural pathways. They offer Sibyl and Steve food, antelope eggs that taste surprisingly like soft meat, and fresh coconut milk drunk straight from the shell. But Steve's condition worsens. Yompan and his father Gulskap decide they must press on toward the grasslands to find a giant elk herd. The journey is arduous. They hunt for food along the way, carefully stalking antelopes and gathering eggs. Steve grows delirious at times, forcing them to slow down and rest under makeshift shelters of giant leaves. During one dramatic moment, they encounter a woman named Reykik, trapped in a tree by an enraged great white buffalo, a massive silver-furred beast. Yompan fearlessly distracts and drives the buffalo away, saving her life. This act creates tension with his father, who must later perform a ritual cleansing because Yompan touched an outsider. Finally, they reach a herd of giant elk. These majestic creatures stand taller than elephants, with sweeping antlers that glow faintly under moonlight. Yompan carefully milks one of the females. Steve drinks the warm, slightly sweet milk and almost immediately begins to recover. Color returns to his face. The fever breaks. Munacy is defeated. For a brief moment, there is relief under the 1,000 moons. Then danger returns. A familiar disc-shaped ship descends from the sky. It is Merga, the paranoid, self-proclaimed ruler of the universe, the golden-skinned Tivlon with the wide head and pointed chin. Still furious from their previous escape, Merga arrives with armed drones, determined to capture Sibyl and Steve and sell them as exotic specimens to collectors. Chaos erupts. Yompan, despite his people's fear of outsiders, chooses to help. He leads Sibyl and Steve through hidden forest paths and canopy routes, using his knowledge of the land to evade Merga's forces. Reykik joins the effort, guiding them toward one of Muna's mysterious gates, a shimmering pond-like portal that is not water, but a lighter, ethereal substance capable of transporting travelers across vast distances. As Merga's ship hovers overhead and his robot enforcers close in, Sebele, Steve, and Yompan reach the gate. They plunge into the strange, shimmering pool. The liquid envelops them without wetting their suits, and in a flash, they are transported far from danger. They emerge safely elsewhere on Muna, quickly making their way back to the lander. With Steve now fully recovered, they blast off into orbit, just as Merga's forces realize they've been tricked once again. Back at the station, General Rice receives another extraordinary report. A planet of 1,000 moons, tree-dwelling people, miraculous cures from giant elk milk, and yet another narrow escape from the delusional Merga. Planet Muna now stands as one of the most enchanting and complex worlds in their journey. A place where beauty and danger walk hand in hand, where ancient traditions clash with visitors from the stars, and where even a simple illness can become a life-or-death adventure under an endless sky of moons. Some planets heal you. Others test how far you're willing to go to survive in. What would you do if you landed on a world with hundreds of moons and had to drink milk from a giant elk to survive? Would you trust the local tree people to guide you through the jungle? Drop your thoughts in the comments.